Hi friends, it's me, Bryn Chan again, and happy Valentine's Day! It is a lovely Tuesday. Valentine's Day on a Tuesday. I'm wearing a rose shirt. This is my husband's shirt. This week has kind of been a dress down week for me. I was getting over a cold this weekend. I still kind of sound stuffed up. But I guess that's what we're gonna have to live with right now. So, that works, I guess. I did just get out of the shower. I did brush my hair, but it looks just atrocious. I guess we're gonna have to live with that. So, well, it'll be okay. I'll get it fixed. Probably after this video. Sometimes I do be missing my hair after the videos and braiding it and stuff and stuff like that. So, but we'll have to see. I hope you guys don't mind the fact that I've been changing back and forth recently. I do things over there on the computer, and then I do things over here in the bedroom, and I just I just kind of prefer doing videos in here. It's a little less distracting than when I do videos in my little office space, because in that office space of sorts, there's so much going on. I got the tea set, I got the bathroom door open, the dog is coming in and out, and I get distracted, you probably get distracted, you probably just click on the videos to see what is going on new in the background. So to stay focused on what we're doing, I kind of just tend to stay in the bedroom, or at least try to, just to give a little bit of a more focused view on what we are talking about. So today there's not too much I have to talk about. I actually don't know what I'm talking about, which is funny because I was talking to, the lady at State Farm, and she does videos as well, and she also just does videos, and she doesn't edit or anything. She just lets it happen. She doesn't have a script or anything. Neither do I. I just kind of get on the camera and I do things, and sometimes I'll be talking and I'll get so in depth in this conversation that I'm having with you as the viewer on camera that I sometimes forget words. I think it happens to everyone, but she also does, and so it was a great conversation yesterday. We kind of had the same little deal going on, but she does her. I think hers is mainly about insurance, for the company. So there's that. I am not too involved with the in and outs of insurance, so I'm not going to put a video up about insurance if I don't know what it is. So like yesterday, I went and I talked about gap insurance and stuff like that. I'm telling you what I learned, and from my understanding of it, that's how that works. But please, please, please actually go to a professional and somebody who knows what they're talking about when it comes to that. Because I don't know. Like I clearly stated in the previous video, is I just learned this. And I couldn't give you a great explanation for it because I don't know. Like I said, I don't buy brand new cars from the dealership. I find no need. Cars are more of a liability than they are an asset. They depreciate in value. They don't make you money. I think the only way you could possibly count a car as an asset at any point is if you did like Uber or Lyft or a food delivery service, something like that. So that's gaining you money, because you have to deliver the food, or give people rides to and from places. I'm not entirely for sure how that one works, but that, I believe, would potentially can qualify your car as an asset. Like your home, the house you live in, that is not an asset. That is also a liability. My lights kind of look like they're going out a little bit. They kind of look like they're pulsating. And then they stopped. So maybe it's just my eyes. Maybe my eyes are messed up. I don't know. But let's hope not. I can't give a bunch of information on the insurance front, but I do know that cars are a liability, not an asset. People like to tell you they're an asset all the time because it takes you to work. Well, your car is going to depreciate in value, and then you're going to have to spend more money to get another car, and then, or repairs and stuff like that. And if you just go to the dealership and you buy a new car, you look at all these payments on something that is actively depreciating in value as soon as it leaves the lot. So when it leaves the lot, it has depreciated in value. A house, if you're living in it, it's depreciating in value. It's not an asset because it's costing you money to live there. Now, if you were to go and buy a rental property or an investment property of sorts, then that would be an asset because you are actively gaining money every month from tenants, or like say you do Airbnb and stuff like that. You are actively gaining money from tenants. So that's all well said and done. So that would be an asset. But you in your house that you're living in is not an asset, that is a liability. A lot of things that people consider assets are also liabilities. Your phone, for example. If your phone is not making you money, then it's kind of a liability. True, your phone can be beneficial if you're not sitting there scrolling through TikToks every day, or YouTube, or Facebook, or something that I used to do as well. It could save your life in an emergency situation, for example. If you are in a crazy accident and you can't reach your phone, you're gonna hope that somebody near you has their phone on hand. So phones can be beneficial, but I personally would not consider them an asset if it's not making you money. You should pay a phone bill. And what's going to happen if you want to sell your phone after you've used it or something? You're not going to get as much as you paid for it. So it's a liability. I guess you could also say a vacation is a liability. Say I'm going on my honeymoon with my husband. That in itself can be a liability if I'm not making money during the trip. So, I am not just going to go and spend time in Japan. I am going to go and spend time in Japan, but I'm also going to do work as well. Mainly because I don't even mind doing it because I actually enjoy what I do. I enjoy putting videos out here and emailing people and spreading the word about people being able to become financially free. So, like, after this video, I'm going to go out, I'm going to write an email, I'm going to post to Instagram, I'm going to post to Twitter, I'm going to do all of that so people know, hey, this is what I do, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm selling you. Why am I selling you this product? Because ultimately, I'm not selling you the product, I'm selling you your future back. Does that make any sense? I'm selling you your future back so that you can understand liabilities and assets and mindset training and realize the kind of things that are affecting you on a daily basis, like friends and coworkers and colleagues and just people who you surround yourself with every day. Like I said in yesterday's video, okay, I was on this phone call and I was like, yeah, I do still surround myself with people who actively act as though they're poor 24/7. Sorry. And I'm not saying that's anyone's fault. That's how we were raised. It's how a lot of people were raised. I'm not saying everyone. No, not everyone was raised that way. But that's how a lot of people were raised. They were brought up to be strict with their money and all of this, but then also spend money on things that make them feel good. Like, people get paid. What do they do when they get paid? They go out to the mall or Taco Bell or McDonald's or something like that, and they spend money as soon as they get it. Instead of investing it in things, you get that small amount, those endorphins going. When you buy something, you get those endorphins rushing, and that high wears off real fast, and then you need another fix. You need to go out and buy more stuff. You need to go out and do this, and it's an addiction, just like anything. It's an addiction, like an addiction to crack cocaine. Shopping can be an addiction. That's why they call him a shopaholic. But if you're getting paid and the first thing you want to do when you get paid is go out with a bunch of buddies and go to the bar, that's not helping you make money either. So all of these things are a liability to you. They're not making you money. If anything, you could be doing is investing your money. And if you're not investing in stocks or real estate, and buying gold or silver, then your investment should be in educating yourself and gaining new skills and learning how you could better yourself in certain situations and what you're doing in your workplace and how to get ahead. Keep learning about all of this. That should be what you invest in when you get paid. So when you get paid, of course, you put your money in savings, and then you pay off your debts and bills and your other obligations. And then invest in yourself. Just invest in yourself. That's pretty much, that's the one thing that everyone needs to be doing. So when I say I have this product, this product called Full Stack Marketing, okay? I'm not selling you a product. Okay? Full Stack Marketer is a product. But I'm essentially selling you your freedom. You understand what I'm saying? I'm essentially selling you your freedom. So if you want to quit the 9-to-5, you want to get out of the rat race, you want to enjoy yourself, have freedom, have the financial freedom that you deserve, that I believe you deserve, that I know you deserve. And I myself believe that affiliate marketing is one of the first steps that you could take on that path to financial freedom. And it's going to be fantastic for you, but I can't help you if you can't help yourselves as well. I'm helping myself first. I've had this conversation yesterday, and I explained this. I need to focus on helping myself first before I can go out and help other people. I can't just go and spend my husband's paycheck on the homeless person in front of the Dillons or all of this other stuff. I can't do that if I myself am struggling financially. They're struggling way more than I am, let's be honest. But I myself am still barely keeping my head above water. I have to help myself before I can help other people. So when my cup is overflowing and I no longer have to think about anything. I no longer have to think about, oh, are my bills going to get paid? Am I going to have enough for groceries? Am I going to be able to make this car payment? I don't have a car payment. My husband does. Am I going to be able to afford all of these other things that I need to be able to afford? When I can do all of this stuff, help everyone without having to think about all the things I just listed off, without having to think about all the things that people tend to think about when it comes to those kind of situations, right? A lot of people, you can sit there all you want, and I know this is true because it's the same for me as well. You can sit there all you want and say, yeah, I would donate. Yeah, 100% would donate to a charity. But then when that charity, becomes real, if we get in that conversation like, oh, would you donate to, help homeless people? You're like, yeah, I would totally donate. But then when this organization, this donation platform becomes real and it's no longer a thing, maybe it's still a hypothetical, but now it's a real organization. And you're like, well, yeah, I donate if I had money. If I had enough money. Okay, now instead of, just a wide concept of would you donate, then the concept of this organization's actually real. Instead of going to those two, now it's you're face to face with donating. You've been asked for a donation and they want you to donate. You're like, I have an electric bill, or I can't because my niece's birthday is coming up, or I can't because I have a car payment. I can't because I have to buy groceries. I can't because I have to do this, or I can't because I have to do that. True, you go home and you feel really bad at the end of the day. Like, I wish I really could have donated. I wish I would have done this. I wish I would have done that. But, see, you haven't reached the financial freedom, the wealth that you seek. Okay, the best way to donate is when you don't even have to think about it. When it's not even a second thought. When you don't have to think about all of this other stuff that's going on in your life that you have to focus on. When you can just be like, here you go. Please accept this as my donation. When you can do all of that. You have to make sure your cup is full and overflowing. Okay? And when I say overflowing, what do I mean? So when it's full, yes, you could technically donate without even thinking about it, and you're still going to have money for rent and groceries and house payment, car payment, all this other stuff that you have, phone bill, internet, electric, gas, all of these other things that, you typically have. You can donate, not even think about it, because you're still gonna have money for that. But at the end of the day, you're still kind of like, oh man, I only have enough to get me until next paycheck. That's still a full cup. What I mean by overflowing is when you can donate without thinking about it, without having to think about all these bills and stuff. right? You'll still have money for your bills and everything else. But then you have money to donate and then some. Donate, help people, support yourself, go on vacation. And I'm not saying like an annual vacation. I'm saying whenever you want. It gets cold where you live. Well, it's time to hop in a plane and go to Mexico. Oh, it's too hot. Well, it's time to hop in a plane and go to Alaska. Oh, I want to go see the pyramids. Okay, time to go hop in a plane and go see the pyramids. Oh, I want to go to Vegas. Hop in a plane and go to Vegas. Oh, I want to go to Japan. Hop in a plane and go to Japan. Oh, I want to go and do this, or I want to do that. Hop in a plane and go do this or that. I'm not saying you would go and buy all these plane tickets and do those things, but you have the money to just up and leave whenever you want. That's what I mean. So you have money to just donate. You have money to take care of all your expenses. And then you have money to do whatever it is you want. And more. And then some. That's what I mean. Okay? Get your parents a live-in nanny. Or a live-in nurse. If they need one. Or send them on vacation. If they're not old enough for one of those. You know, if they need care and you don't want them to go into a nursing home, that is. I mean, I wouldn't want to put my parents in a nursing home. I don't think anyone would really want to put their parents in a nursing home. I mean, why? They don't deserve that. They raised us. So, but I get if you don't have time and you need somebody to take care of them while they're in the comfort of their own home, yeah. Or, you know, shoot, get your mother-in-law a new car. You know, get your mom that horse trailer you've been telling her since you were a kid you're gonna get her. You know, take care of your grandparents. To have your husband quit his job. And I'm pointing these out because this is exactly the stuff I want to do. My grandparents, I might, you know, have to consider, you know, getting them a live-in nurse aide. Someone to help them out. You know, I don't know, because I'd have to talk to my mother. I don't know what she wants, because it's her parents. You know, my dad doesn't need to be working forever. You know, retire him. My husband doesn't need to be working a labor job when he wants to do something entirely different. You know, so retire him so he can do that, because what he wants to do is still going to give us cash flow. So, buy my mother-in-law a new car because she got in a wreck and has no car. So, you know, all these people who they deserve so much. Matter of fact, you know, hop in a plane. Go to California. I don't want to go to California. I don't want to visit California. But you know what I do want? I want to visit his dad. And his dad lives in California. So if that means I have to hop in a plane and go visit him in California, then by God, am I going to hop in a plane and go visit him in California. Because that's where he lives. I'm not going to make him fly all the way out here to come visit us when, you know, he's an older gentleman. He does have a younger wife who is oddly around our age. I can't say too much because I do like younger guys, younger men. My husband is 6 months younger than me. I think him and my ex are, I think, the oldest guys I've ever been with. Yeah. So, there's that. But they also have a little girl now. She's, what, almost middle school, maybe? Almost. So he's got that. My husband and I, we have no kids. We have no obligations here other than, taking care of his mom. And that's not really an obligation. We don't have to do anything. But we want to help her because she's raised my husband, She was a single mom for a while. So, I mean, she's still technically a single mom because she's not dating anyone. She's not married to anyone, So, yeah. But you have to make sure all of your ducks are in a row, so to speak. So, I mean, so you can donate without thinking. So you can hop in a plane without thinking. Somebody's sick, hop in a plane. Don't even have to think about it. Don't even have to think about who's gonna, take care of the house. Who's gonna take care of the bills? Who's gonna buy the dog food? Who's gonna do all these things? And God knows we all have an animal. You're a millennial. We all have an animal or plants. That is what we are associated with. Animals and plants. That's what we have. I have never been a plant person. I love botanicals. I love plants. I love all of these things about plants, but I cannot have them in my home. Why? Because I will not take care of them. I do not have a green thumb. I could probably take care of a whole garden if I absolutely had to. If it was life and death and I needed to grow my own vegetables, I could do it. But if I'm just having plants just to have plants, they're not going to live here. They're not going to live here. My husband has plants and he can barely take care of them. That's why he has cactuses. Am I saying that they're still alive? Barely. They're barely alive. So, but who's going to take care of those plants if we have to suddenly up and leave, go somewhere? And top that off, okay? Here's a big surprise for you. Jobs are not a guarantee. They're not a guarantee. Just because you sign up with a company and you have a contract, okay? Let me tell you something. That contract may state that you'll be there for another, 30 years or something. They won't fire you in those 30 years. Though if you are a really bad employee, they will find a way to fire you. But that does not mean they will not lay you off. That does not mean they're not going to lay you off. At all. There's a company here that they do contracts. They do contracts. And my mother-in-law wants my husband to work there. She's very much get a good job, get a good job, get a good job. Very stereotypical Asian mother or Asian parent, I will say. Is you need a good job, job. Okay? Don't think about buying investment properties. Don't think about opening your own company. Don't think about just get a good job. That's very much where she is. That's very much her mindset. And a lot of our family now, because I'm married in, works at this company. And she really wants him to work at this company because there's contracts. You get a good contract, you'll be there for 15, 30 years. Maybe. My husband doesn't want to work at a company for 15, 30 years. No, he does not. But they're hiring. And she points this out all the time. And they're like, oh, they're hiring like crazy. Come on, you can get in. They're hiring a lot of people. They're hiring. So what's going to happen? And I've seen this happen several times with this company. They hire. They get all these contracts going. And they keep hiring. Then production is slowed down. Okay, they catch up on everything. They don't need everyone anymore. They don't need anyone. They don't need everyone anymore. So what do? Well, they can't fire you. So they lay you off. So you're laid off. Okay? So a layoff, from my understanding, is they're not firing you, they're just telling you, hey, we're going to let you go for a little bit, and then we're going to bring you back later. Okay, so they lay you off. And they only have a handful of people, and then they're not hiring anymore. But then when they need all this help again, they bring you back on, and they start hiring more people, and then it's a big cycle, and they stop, then they lay everyone off, and then they bring people back in, and they hire, and they lay off, and that's how it works. That's how this company operates. That's how it works. Yes, you have a contract. Yes, you are technically going to be there for another 15, 30 years via contract. But does that mean you're physically going to be at their company, physically going to be working for their company for those 15, 30 years? No. I cannot for the life of me tell you why they do this. But it is a production thing. That's how businesses work. And they don't want to have to pay all of these people. So these people are going to start getting, what are those checks or whatever they are that you get when you lose your job? I don't know. Unemployment. There we go. Unemployment checks. I don't receive those, so I don't know. Unemployment checks. So all these people are going to get unemployment checks. And what's that going to do? It's going to raise your taxes. And so when it raises your taxes, what are your taxes going towards? They're paying for people to not have a job. Okay? And I'm not saying people who get laid off via a contract thing and there's no work. I'm not saying that they don't technically have a job. I'm talking about the people who don't want to work at all. I'm talking about the people who I know personally who don't want to work because they don't feel like they have to work. They want to talk all they want about starting a business, but without action, without a plan, without action, all it is talk. All it is talk. I'm doing affiliate marketing. I am putting forth my money to do affiliate marketing, to help other people learn how to do affiliate marketing so they can start their own business, so they can have their own online business, so they can become entrepreneurs as well and have the financial freedom that they deserve. And I know they deserve because I deserve it, and so they deserve it. And I want financial freedom. I'm definitely not the only one, or I can't be the only one who wants it. I know other people are bound to want it too. Just like that weird, obscure fetish that you think no one could have except for the guy down the street. Then all of a sudden you find that there is a huge community, apparently, and I'm not speaking from experience. I've seen some dark animated videos on YouTube. So, and it's just the scary stories. But if one person has it, somebody else is bound to have it. If one person has a desire for something, somebody else has a desire for that as well. You're not the only one. I'm not the only one who wants financial freedom. I know several people who want financial freedom. I know the neighbor wants financial freedom. I know the other neighbor wants financial freedom. I know everyone on this whole dang street wants financial freedom. Okay, because why do I know that? Because all I do is live off my paycheck to paycheck. That's all I live off of, is from paycheck to paycheck, and I'm still in buckets of debt, and I can't get out, and I can't do all of this other stuff, and I'd like to go on vacation, but I can't go on vacation because I don't have the money for a vacation, and I'd like to go donate to people, but I can't go donate to people because I have to worry about my bills, and my groceries, and my car payment, and everything else, and oh, my daughter has school, oh, her birthday's next week, and all this other stuff. I get it. Everyone wants a financial freedom. I want financial freedom. I know I'm not the only one who wants financial freedom. I know my mother-in-law wants financial freedom, but she's not going to gain the financial freedom by her own hands, because her way of thinking is that you have to get a good job, work it until you retire, and then live off of your retirement. That's not how this works. And you need to find better friends. Okay, if your friends, and I'm not saying that some of your friends can't say you're friends, what I'm saying is that you shouldn't be taking advice from friends who have not achieved financial freedom. You need to go out there and make friends with other people who have done what you are wanting to do, who have gained the money that you want to make, who know what they're talking about. Those are the friends you want to have, because those are the friends you're going to see every day, and they're the friends that you're going to want to try to emulate in your finances. Okay? You don't have to own the same things they own. Matter of fact, okay, one of them might own a Bugatti. The other one might own a Kia. One of them might own a minivan. Okay? If they're all multimillionaires, it doesn't matter what they drive. Okay, no millionaire is exactly the same. No billionaire is exactly the same. Okay, the only thing that is the same is that they tried. Then they started. So they started and they tried. They started and they tried. They started and they tried. They failed and then they got back up. They failed and then they went again. They didn't fail and stop. Fail and stop. They didn't do that. They failed and kept going. They failed, learned, kept going. Failed, learned, kept going. And if your friends, if all they're saying is that, oh, you have a better chance of getting rich by winning the lottery, well, they clearly don't know what they're talking about. I'm sorry to say this, but I've had friends who are like, oh, if you want to get rich, all you gotta do is win the lottery. And let me tell you this, I have bought one lottery ticket my entire life. Or two. I don't know, it was for a dirty Santa for a family Christmas thing. And I've only played scratch off once, and that was that day. So yeah. I've had people be like, if you want to get rich, if you want to be wealthy, if you want to have all of this stuff, this great stuff, you have to win the lottery. And newsflash for you, you have a higher chance of being struck by lightning than you do of winning the lottery. I'm not saying it's impossible, but you have a better chance of being struck by lightning before winning the lottery. Matter of fact, there's this one guy who was struck by lightning 8 times, so maybe you have a better chance of being struck by lightning 8 times before winning the lottery. And he did live, he did survive all 8 of those lightning strikes. He was just very unfortunate that he kept getting struck by lightning. So, but I will go ahead and end this video off before I get too much into this. The excitement is boiling over, and I'm talking about all these things because I am very passionate about it, and I want you to have financial freedom and success as well as me. I want the same thing, and I know that if you're watching these videos, that you clearly want the same thing that I do. We may not want to do the same things. We may not want to go and help the same people. We may not have the same ideas in mind. The thing that matters is that we want to go on the same path, and that path is financial freedom. That path is wealth. That path is not having to worry about anything else. It's not having to worry about, what little Susie down the street is doing to little Jimmy around the corner. It's minding your own business, focusing on what you need to focus on, and going towards your goal of financial freedom and wealth, and helping the people that you want to help, and doing what you want to do in this world to put your mark on it. And it's ending the generational curses of just working a job, retiring, and dying. Because what good is your retirement if all you could do is enjoy your retirement in your old age? I don't know about you, but a lot of older people aren't climbing Mount Everest in their old age, in their retirement. Because there are some jobs out there that are backbreaking and are going to cripple you before you can even get there. But I will go ahead and end this video because I'm getting heated. So, it's very cold in this room, but I'm getting heated in this topic. So, without further ado, I will end this video with invest in yourself, because you are the very best person you could ever invest in. And that could be investing your money to make more money, but it's also investing in yourself and learning new skills and becoming a better you. Okay, invest in stocks, real estate, gold, silver. And if you want to learn more about affiliate marketing, which I strongly encourage you do, right? Not just for my sake, but for your sake as well. For your financial freedom, for your financial future, I would suggest going down, clicking the link, checking it out. For affiliate marketing, the link will be down in the description, along with my Twitter handle, my Instagram handle. I will see you in the very next video. Thank you. I love you guys. Goodbye. Mwah.